If I can cook it, so can you, so go nowhere. Let's create arroz con habichuela. And this is like mix, you know what I mean? It's not like stew beans with white rice. No, it's going to be mixed. Puerto Rican style, but this one, simplified method, because if you're cooking for, let's say, 2, maybe 3 people, I'm talking less than 2 cups of rice, and you go and cook this like the way they traditionally cook, very likely you're going to mess it up, or you might have to cook a lot more than for 2 people, maybe a person, even 3 people. So, ingredients very simple. I have about half a cup, not half a cup, but half a can of beans. Let's keep it simple. Red kidney beans. Found some all, salchichon. You can use ham. Some sofrito, a couple teaspoons of garlic means. This is a tablespoon of sofrito. Link in the description how to make it. Handful of olive. Some turmeric. Small paprika. I'm going to use some cumin, and make sure you have some extra virgin olive oil. Here, and make sure you have some salt too, by the way. You're going to need salt. Here I have 2 cups of water. The reason is because I have a cup and a half of rice. This is medium size, the perfect size for this. When you see the little bubbles, this is a high. You're going to add the rice, okay? Check things so it distributes perfectly. Now what you're going to do, you're going to sprinkle some of the turmeric. Just sprinkle it. Don't go crazy. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon of the smoked paprika. Going to cover because it's starting to boil. Reduce the heat to medium. Let it cook. Now, when you see the water evaporate, do a quick flip. Like a stir, just move it around. Don't go crazy. Lift and drop. By the way, you could have put a couple drops of oil at the beginning when you had the water and it was boiling. Optional, I didn't. I typically do, but I didn't this time. Cover again. Lower the heat a couple notches if you want to, below medium. And let it go for about 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes later. Another flip. Yeah. Baby, it's cooked. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take it out of the heat, turn the heat off. I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit. I'm going to go with a cast iron. You don't have to use a cast iron, by the way. But I'm going to have this on medium high for now. Put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I said this is about maybe a tablespoon and a half. Heating it up a little bit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some salt now. Using sea salt, you can use any type of salt. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my sofrito. I don't have onions or anything like that because this sofrito already have onions, garlic, bell pepper, cilantro, culantro. This one I prepared about 2 years ago. That's how much I prepare, how much it lasts me longer. Because I do the master technique. This stuff already is smelling delicious. Let me add the olive. I didn't even cut them. Whatever ham, or you can use salchichon, salami, doesn't matter. If you have some fat from a steak, cut in pieces, preserve it, put it aside, use it now. This is going to add character to this. You want this to cook for a few seconds. It doesn't take long. Let me reduce the heat to medium. Garlic is minced. Couple teeth. Don't go crazy. Move it because you don't want it burnt. I'm not even going to use tomato or anything like that. Reduce the heat to medium, maybe a notch below medium. And you know what? I had this cilantro. Let me add it now. Some leaf. This is optional. I didn't mention earlier because it's truly optional. But I like the earth island smell and flavor. Now the sofrito already has cilantro. I just want to add some more character. You know what I mean? No needed, but hey, who doesn't love a person with character? Same with the meal, right? And now what I'm going to do, got the beans. This is canned because I didn't want to go with the dry beans and take a long time. This is a 2-person meal, 1 person perhaps, maybe 2. Make sure you wash them even from the can and dry them, okay? You know, like take the water out and whatever. And what I'm going to do, I don't want these beans that they are already soft to burn. So I'm going to be moving this. I don't want them getting stuck at the bottom. When I move them, I don't put a lot of pressure with this, okay? I just slightly touch. I told you I wanted to have some cumin. Just a little bit on top. It gives it that nice smell, nice flavor. Just sprinkle. You know what I mean? And you move this around. Oops, this one escaping. And because these beans are from the can, it's not going to take a long time. This is not, if you have tomato sauce and other kind of stuff, you have to cook it for a while. Because you have to deal with the acidic version of the tomato and stuff like that. So let's do this for about a minute or so, okay? Another minute. About a minute or 2 later. Now comes the fun part. I simplify things considerably. So, the rice, which I already cooked, I'm going to add it carefully. Let me start with half and mix things up. Now add the other half. And mix things up. Once again, not a lot of muscle or anything like that. You want the beans, which by the way, you probably could have used a can fully if you wanted a lot. I didn't. With fully can, I mean 16 ounces. I think 8 ounces is sufficient. But you could have gone with 16, 15 ounces. So you're going to do this. Make sure it's mixed. The rice is cooked. The beans are already soft and cooked. Sofrito got to their level. The pieces of meat are cooked. So what you're going to do, you're going to add, let me reduce this to maybe a notch above low. Let's put it to low, maybe a notch above low. Because you don't want this stuff sticking at the bottom. It's cast iron. So what I'm going to do is the final touch. Hold on a second. If I had plantain leaf, I would have put them on top now. I don't. So I'm going to use some aluminum foil. Low heat. Let it go for a couple minutes now that you put this, okay? About 90 seconds later, maybe 2 minutes. Here it is. Move this out. See? See how nice this rice is? Professional. You don't have to go crazy with tomato sauce and putting everything together from the get-go because it's going to get too sticky. What people call in Puerto Rico, amogollado, like balls and stuff. Sticky. You don't want sticky rice. And make sure you use medium-sized American rice, not the jasmine or anything like that, because this is not Asian food. No basmati, this is no Indian or Asian food. It's Puerto Rican with a technique that I developed, you know, for people that don't want to cook for a lot of people, but at the same time want to enjoy a delicious Puerto Rican meal. See how nice? And you know how this goes well with very nicely? Did you have some chuletas or pork chops? You can cook them, fry them, and eat it with this. I'm going to keep it simple. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to cook some yellow plantains, huh? Some yellow plantains.